His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right?
The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Diego Armando? That name rings a bell.
It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Halls killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Halls killed himself.
Mia, you can't cry yet. Don't you turn. Don't you, son of a bitch. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her, the way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure, sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
Yeah, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here at this courthouse, you were poisoned.
Even I didn't see it coming. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
Some newspapers at the time called it a murder, but very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all.
No official reports ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep, deep coma.
I see.
Damn it, I was hoping he died and came back to life and he was a ghoul. Damn it, why'd y'all take my ghoul idea?
My body shut down, and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. A woman's poison really did a number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
I'm sorry, but this is just ghoul behavior. This is just ghoul behavior. I'll just say it now.
It's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poison brew. And then one morning, my eyes flew open, and the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
5 years? You were asleep for 5 years?
And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I love had been murdered, and the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death.
The woman you loathed?
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne. Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me, or someone who had slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live? Revenge on Dahlia. And protect me, I guess. Also, maybe get Morgan dead, too.
The first was you, Wright.
Huh? Me?
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey never would have died, much less the way she did. You are the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault.
It wasn't like that.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of a man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
My other reason for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Huh? You mean me?
You were the only one. You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Korean village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something.
Oh, dang, that don't look like him at all. I couldn't remember what that guy looked like.
I was kind of hoping that was Godot in disguise.
Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
That makes sense. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out.
Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices.
Accomplices? Wait, is it Bikini as well? Was Bikini in on this? Oh, was it Elise? It was Iris and Misty. But then why? That makes sense now. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out why would Misty, like, summon Dahlia? But if Misty summoned Dahlia, Pearls couldn't. So they wouldn't have to do anything, and I wonder if Misty was, like, willing to do that to, like, sacrifice herself to make sure that Maya stayed safe. Because it's like, I've abandoned her for all these years, and it's like, this is the one way that I can atone for this, is to make sure. And Godot was there to kill Misty. That's what I'm... But I don't understand getting Iris in on the plan. Unless we, like, discredit everything about, like, wanting to make it up to her sister.
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Fey. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Fey.
Wait. Wait, so if the plan was to kind of subdue Pearl when she summoned Dahlia, why did Misty take control of Dahlia? Why did Misty possess Dahlia first? But how did you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government?
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the Master Korean had great authority.
Even without her official position, Misty Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. And that's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you.
Don't ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fey, if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Mother.
That night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan.
You mean pearls, don't you?
We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight? Well, if you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan, but she never showed up.
She was worried and followed me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of, and that's why Missy Fey had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body.
What? What do you mean?
If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't have been able to do it herself.
As Master of Crane, Misty Fey's powers were supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Fey wouldn't be able to.
What? It's true?
My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Fey. That's why I hid myself at the inner temple. Just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
Godot.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to. Wright.
Huh?
There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself.
The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now, Maya Fey, and I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Godot. Wait, I wonder what happens if we... Hold on. I want to try something. Hold on. I'm curious if we get to choose if we can choose Maya. Like, it's Godot. It's obviously Godot.
If you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all.
Because, like, I remember in Justice for All, like, we were able to, like, have, like, the good ending and the bad ending. So I wonder if we could accuse Maya of this.
Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick, please don't.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. It would have been her brother-in-law if she hadn't died. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too.
Maya, I know that.
Nick!
But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Miss Fey, your testimony, please. This is a final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
Okay, my question is... So Godot, like, fully intended to be implicated. Because my thing is like, if he wanted to protect Maya, then why go through the effort of putting Maya on the stand after all of this? just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights, 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness. These red lights? I thought you said you don't remember seeing them. I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Things break, Wright, even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Fey? Looks like you still can't prove it.
We have the knife. We have the knife that Misty stabbed into someone.
Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. The rest is up to me.
Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
I very much am tempted to be like, are we going to get to choose between Maya and Godot? Is that what we're going to get the opportunity to do?
Okay, we saw the lights. Then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. I want to press that first.
Struck back? How do you know that?
Well, you're right. I didn't see it exactly. And I could tell by the sound of their breathing and movement. And also the smell of blood.
You've witnessed more horror than any young lady should ever have to in one life. So then, what did you do at that point?
I couldn't move. I could just barely make out their shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do.
Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier?
Yes. I think so. But
I want to press the screen. What did you mean by just at that moment? You mean the moment when the red lights went out?
yes, that's right.
Screams that you heard then. Was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice.
What?
So then that scream came from the killer.
That's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
No, Godot used the sword.
Oh, you know what I think it is? I'm wondering if... Because at some point, Dahlia still wasn't in the body of Misty. And I'm wondering if it wasn't necessarily a scream in pain, but that scream of shock of realizing that it did not, like, something happened and Dahlia, like, escaped out of the body or something like that, or, like, left. Because at some point she left Misty's body because she was still in the sacred cavern. That might have been when she took over Maya's body. And it was that realization that hit.
I don't know, that's just me. Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder. We're gonna say a contradiction.
But I don't know if we have proof of it. The only proof we have is the fact that there were 2 weapons. This one, which probably stabbed Godot. And then this one that was used to stab Misty.
I'm sorry to say this. That interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. Makes sense, after all, my deductions are almost always certainly never correct. Remember the testimony she just gave before the killer let out a scream? Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with the sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than that staff.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Wright.
There's only one thing that I can think of. It could have been used as a weapon here.
If Dahlia Hawthorne had been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer?
Naturally, the dagger that the killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that. This dagger was found at the crime scene stuck into a pine tree. Yes.
The detective found that this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim.
Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned that it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have had a wound somewhere on his body. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. We're gonna shut up.
So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer?
Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood.
Nice theory, Wright.
Order in the court.
Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test.
Let me ask you something, Wright. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
And just think for a second. This dagger was found in the morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes. What does that prove?
Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
It can't be.
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Wright. That blood, it doesn't belong to me.
Not a chance. What?
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right, then, witness, continue your testimony. Wait a minute. What's the problem? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Maya.
This dagger. You said it wounded the killer. Was it the one that was in Maya?
That's right.
But Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger. His clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right? It's been several days, Maya.
Maya. Maybe he just changed his clothes? That solved the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there.
That's right.
Yeah, because technically he also wasn't there the first day of the trial. And that was that before? I think that was before. Yeah, that was before the bridge got fixed. He also could have brought a spare change of clothes. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed to the inner temple, Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Yeah, he did. He had an entire day to change them.
Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that struck down the bridge.
I mean, how would you have known that Dahlia Hawthorne was, like, fully, like, not able to be brought back?
Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Just take smart pills during the last recess. Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the crime. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
Objection!
That's impossible, Wright. You know how cold it gets up there late at night?
Ugh.
After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Why have we all gotten like Larry level stupid?
So that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this.
Also, I'm just gonna say this.
He could have easily have just taken off the vest, and he'd still have a shirt on. And then if he got stabbed, like, we don't know where he got stabbed. If he got stabbed in the arm, that would be one thing, but it seems like it's like a gut thing. So you do have the vest to kind of cover it. I'm just saying.
Right now, if Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already.
If Mia Fey were here.
Come on, Wright. Can you do it or not?
How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer, but can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence?
The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition just as you want it.
That's good. A fighter to the bitter end, Wright. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You've got nothing, Wright.
What do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Alright then, Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've got.
There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger.
But we decided it was possible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been bloodstain on his clothing.
There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you say? Hidden?
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there was no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
Okay, there's two things that I'm thinking now that I'm thinking about it. One, the lights went out. I'm wondering if it's at the face. Or it's hidden underneath the vest. Those are the two options I'm thinking. He got stabbed in the face and that's why the lights went out. Or he got stabbed in the vest. I don't know how much a face wounds bleed though.
There's this occasion where you say the killer hid his wound.
Oh wait, what evidence do we have for it? Wait, hold on. Let me think. I don't think it's that. That wouldn't be relevant. That's not relevant. That's not relevant. What? Is it the attorney's badge? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it's the attorney's badge because it like kind of wraps everything together. Because I'm like, I don't really have anything that would like necessarily like connect it. Because like what I'm thinking is like completely different than like everything else they're saying. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Wright? What was that just now? Mia. It can't be. You're living on through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound.
God, I feel like I might cry right now. I genuinely feel like I'm gonna cry right now.
It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved.
And the coffee just keeps it coming.
Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me.
You? Yourself?
I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, and there's one person I should have gone and talked to right away.
Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. And I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. You know why? The real reason.
No, why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. I think I was trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
Oh god, this is gonna hit. He was willing to die up there. If it came down to it, he was ready to die to be with Mia.
That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Fey, or even that little girl. Had I still picked up the blade, it was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure what exactly was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Fey? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion of fantasy. A stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I knew you were trying to save me.
Thanks.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my...
Oh no! I can't have another character who, like, his tear ducts are, like welded up and, like, he can't cry. So, like, when it's, like, blood, it's his tears. Like, God, I can't have another character like that. Oh! Now I'm just reminded of Tommy from MJ. I'm like, oh no, I can't cry. We gotta finish this. The tears are for after. Right?
Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando!
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
I swear to God, if he dies in this courtroom too, I'm gonna lose it. You better not die in this courtroom, god damn it. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor.
Mr. Armando explained that to me.
Oh, Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something, Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you.
Apologize? To me? For what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
Was it Iris? Like the entire time they had the relationship, it was Iris, not Dahlia. Was that what we're getting at? You and my sister. You only met twice.
We only met twice.
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way. It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were...
For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister.
Huh? It wasn't Dahlia.
My guy, has it not clicked in your mind yet?
I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny.
You mean...
That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
Sorry, that... I don't know what to...
Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance. She couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you in a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me. Came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place.
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that ever happened.
That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime and she would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Noticed what?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine.
Iris.
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
I have something to say to you, too. Oh, no. What sort of bullshit is going to come out of Phoenix's mouth? I am so nervous that this is going to be something stupid. And it's not going to be like a heartfelt... I'm hoping it's a heartfelt thing. I'm very nervous.
Yes?
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you.
Okay, that was sweet.
Thank you.
How many cups has he had through this one? How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had.
Please don't let it kill you. Please don't let it kill you. Please throw it at him. Please don't let there be more poison in it. You've already had enough poison in your...
Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright?
Yeah, I think you're right.
The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Deauxnim. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice as well. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find a defendant. Court is now adjourned.
So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course justice was served.
Mia!
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean, with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You are as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Mia!
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Mia.
I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix.
I've handled a lot of cases and seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick?
Maya.
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did she say?
That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But...
Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you have done for us, Nick.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked, you even saw your mother murdered. Ow! Francesca!
Still as softy as ever, Phoenix Wright.
Excellent work, Wright.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francesca have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
If these two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too. Francesca? I don't suppose.
Oh. I thought it was Gumshoe for a second. There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
Oh. Larry.
What is this music? What's with the, longer than usual face?
I realized something when I was reborn.
I realized that Larry was never of use to anyone, not even once.
That's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true?
You got a place in this world, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it.
Everyone would be better off if I was gone for good. No, oh yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? Me? Why are you making that face? Huh, Edgy?
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance.
You really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well, too?
My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something.
So you'll do it, like you promised? You're going to model for my next picture book, Francie's Whippity Whip.
Don't get carried away. Why are you here, though?
Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. And painting a pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me.
Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Hey, Pearlie!
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Francesca.
That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya's a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time where she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry. Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya.
Pearl. Because Pearl has just felt guilty this entire time, and she's felt like the whole thing is like she's like an absolute failure.
Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too.
Ow! Then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who is Maya Fey being strong for? Wait, is it us or is it Pearl? Because I'm thinking it's Pearl. Wait, okay, hold on. Let me double check. Yeah, we're not in this. It's Pearl. Pearl Fey?
The poor kid, after all. The reason she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fey clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. She shows how truly devoted she is. To Maya.
And it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya's putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake, so she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey, so this is where you all were. Well, looks like we got quite the bunch here today. Oh! What was that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Go out tonight, that pal. Dinner's on me. The salary just sort of kind of gone down a teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward.
Detective Gumshoe? You said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
That's JBN. Where else?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, Phil. Hey, you, Crybaby, you're invited too.
Oh? Forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the Loser Shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
I'll bet she just went back home. That's all. I thought so too, so I called the village. No one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
As I figured, she's been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault. What should I do?
Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, what is it, Phil?
Would you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I will join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick!
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. Maybe a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the... Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, Wright. We won't.
Where should we look? Where could Pearly have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. Oh, I was thinking The Office.
Hazakura Temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back so soon. Sister Bikini, I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here. Pearly is here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay. Oh, she cleaned off the gravy though. Pearly's not here.
Maya, the hanging scroll.
Someone cleaned it off.
It's gotta be pearls.
Mystic Maya. Pearly? Why? Why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya? I swore that I would never trouble the two of you again. Because...
It's why you came here.
It's the least I can do, to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone, but... How do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya. I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Sister Bikini. Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Karain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. Your spirit was with her, that's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets.
She'll always be with me until the day I die. Huh. There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the master's talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather, it was the contents.
That's a photo. Mother.
It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. What makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
I'm about to cry. I'm tearing up right now.
Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother, too. I learned that from all of them. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is a day to remember, a day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for the three of you when you come back. Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya. I'll eat lots of food tonight.
You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but...
What is it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all, but... why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time, you can train right alongside us. I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you.
Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course naturally.
Huh?
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time. Right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I could say just one little thing.
Sure, of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too.
Well then, here goes nothing.
Objection!
Oh my god. I've loved my entire time playing this game. It's been so much fun. I'll really have to work hard now. Master Crane and the office manager at Wright & Co. offices. And I have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that.
Okay, I'm not gonna get the chance to talk because we're gonna have all of this dialogue that I'm going to have to do. But it's fine.
So it's true, Mr. Nick is really Maya's Titan Shining Armor. He went through the special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation.
I've loved this series, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to finally play it and finish it. Oh my gosh.
And Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, Phil. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby overcoat is just more detective-like, sir.
And don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself.
Oh my gosh, oh my god. I've had so much fun with this series. I genuinely have.
Mr. Wright, I'm once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Corain exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned. Ka-chow.
been... God. I'm like really trying to find what to say so quickly. Desi and I started a company called Mask to Mask Consulting. We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city. Our motto is, cut it out, please. Pretty cute, huh? Well, we also sell plans to the criminals as kind of a side business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals. They were so much fun. They really were. Ron and Desi, they were really cute. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we had more with her. I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre, so I lent him $500,000 in a tea set, a special thick tea, one I mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it now, win through compromise. I wish we got so much more with the Cadaverini family. I really do. I wish we had a 6th episode just to build on that. Like, I genuinely wish we did.
I'm just old and in the way. Frankly, grumpy, clown nose, waste of flesh. At least, that's what I thought. My grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cry like a baby with a dirty diaper.
Wait, who's gonna be next? Oh my gosh! As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elg. I do hope everyone gets along with him. His name is Adamada. As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
God, there's just things that I wish like we could have like built up, but I guess like it's not super long of a series, and it's always just kind of seeing some of them. It's like, yeah, my, more reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us, except super got a nice visual. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back. This just, it really... just really wrapped up so much. I'm like so nervous every time it changes. I'm like, am I gonna have to start talking immediately? Yes, I am.
You've turned into such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
Oh wait, there were voices in this? The voices were just me. Oh. I guess it's just that, because I don't think there were actual voice lines in this. Yeah, because like, I was like, wait, because I know in like the anime, I think Mino-san does, either Edgeworth or Miles. And not Edgeworth or Miles, Phoenix or Edgeworth. I don't remember who. But it is, I just... Objection! Okay, I think I can talk through some of these now. Because it's like the funny thing is you... Like a coffee throw. I've had so much fun. I genuinely can't figure out who, like, in terms of prosecutors, I'm sorry, Edgeworth has to be at the bottom of the list. Because, okay, this guy. I forgot about him. I always forget about him. But, like, he doesn't count. But in terms of, like, Edgeworth, Francesca, and Godot, I think Godot has to be my favorite. I love the complexity of him. Oh my god.
What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one here is to greet me. I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? What's with all the flashing lights and switches? I feel like some sort of space alien. And now what am I going to do with all these macadamia nuts I brought back for everyone? If I bring them over to Edgy Poo, I know exactly I can't accept these. I'm afraid there's something as painful as that. Or, oh, will I ever get a gentleman to treat me like a refined lady?
I think I got some of that. I'm like waiting because I feel like we're gonna have all 3 like prosecutors. I finally found something I love to do. Francie's whippity whip trip is gonna turn the art world on its head. I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial, and I'm an artist. A real good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all. At least Larry has found a purpose.
We didn't even get anything from the prosecutor. Damn it, I was hoping we got something from them. Wait. Is this just confirming that Godot died in the end? Like, we got all the dead people on the other page. So is that just like being like, yeah, Godot, I mean, I guess Armando. Armando died. Is that what they're referencing? That is it. For not only Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, there is nothing else for us to do. So we'll go through the gallery while I kind of just talk about everything. We've played this game, so we already know all of... Oh yeah, you can like recreate scenes and whatnot. So like we'll just go through the art book. Yeah, this is just kind of like all of like I don't remember there being a school uniform. Okay, they have like extra ones because like this was... Oh, that was like early stuff, and then like different ones. That's like bonus stuff. Do we have any bonuses of the others? No, we don't have any. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Just a remembrance of April, May. Okay. Honestly, I genuinely just loved my time playing this game. Like, I really did. Like, I think it's one of those things where it is very much like there is this level of fun, but then there's also this level of darkness, and then it's just kind of one of those things that you just have such a fun time playing. And that was genuinely just what I felt the entire time. I will say that there are definitely some aspects that are like... Oh, shoot. I keep going this way. Oh, okay. We can keep going. Okay. And I think one of my biggest issues is, of course, there are some things that just don't age well. Like everything with the circus one, and just kind of like the age gaps with everyone, and then how like they like kind of use like the femininity aspect, or just not being like stereotypical male for like John Armstrong and stuff like that. Like that kind of irks me, but at the same time, I feel like it's one of those things that it's like it just comes with any like older piece of media. I've actually seen this because I think it was after I played Justice for All. I had seen something where Fangamer had like, I think it was Fangamer. They had like Phoenix Wright merch, and then I had seen this and I was like, oh my gosh, I want it so badly. And I never realized like Godot and like Armando, it never really clicked in my head. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just absolutely cute. And I'm just like, like it's one of those things. I think a lot of stuff was set up really well in the game. And I did have just so much fun with this. I think, honestly, I really do wish that we would have like been able to like dive more into some of the cases and build up more of it. But when you think about it in terms of like, oh, this is simply just a I think the last game, Trials and Tribulations, was like a DS game before they did like the trilogy aspect. So like you had this entire thing of, you know, these weren't supposed to be like super in depth. Like it is like a very simple like console game, and especially considering you would have 5 episodes in one. It is a lot, so it is really interesting. But I mean, I think whenever you're like, oh, I want like a lot, you know, you want more information, I feel like that kind of is a good sign. It's a good sign of the game because you want to know more. It's not an issue of like, oh, like they don't provide enough necessarily, but it's just you want more. Like you just want to be able to dive into this series and these characters so much more than just what they did. We'll skip this one. Wait, she died in episode 2? Why was I thinking it was like 3? Oh, because Steel Samurai was 3. Okay, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, Maya died episode 2. But I think it's always, just looking back on this, like, it's weird because it's been so much time in between. But, like, honestly, I had such a fun time playing this. I want to play the other games as well. And not just, oh, we're gonna end Phoenix. Because that's the thing is, I really wish we had more. Like, I wish we had more in this series. I think we do, but it's a little bit more spin-offs than actually, like, oh, specifically following this format. But I guess when you think about it, like, the idea of, like, 15 different things that kind of follow the same methodology and everything, it can potentially get a little bit tiring, but the fact that, like, I feel like probably there are multiple people that are like, I just want more. Like, this is definitely something that I feel like we could just have, like, a whole bunch of series. But I think, honestly, the way that it ended fits so well. We'll just go through all these. Oh, hitting the wrong button. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. We'll just look at them like this. Yeah, I don't really know if I have too much more to say. Because I think, honestly... Wait, I already went through all these. Did I? Yeah, because we did Godot, then we had all sides. Yeah, just about. But, unfortunately, I don't think... Like, there's not anything else. I think all the other stuff is, like, side stuff. Because we had, like, from the start with, like, not Trials and Tribulations, Rise from the Ashes, like... Everything kind of, like, building on that. Like, we don't really have much else. We do also have new music. Hold on. Where's Godot? Wait, what was this one? I don't remember this one. Oh. I do love this song. But honestly, like, I think that this was just so much fun. This was such a fun series. And I'm genuinely just like, I wish we had more. I wish that we could get more out of this series. But it is what it is. Wait, did Francesca have one? I don't remember. She has to have a theme, but I don't remember. Hold on. We don't have one! Francesca didn't have a theme! I don't see it in here. Which makes me sad, because, like, this song is really good. Yeah, we don't have one. That sucks. I don't know if Edgeworth has one either. Is Godot just special? Yeah. Like, even Gumshoe has one. Grossberg has one. Sorry, I'm just realizing this now. We do. Hold on. That's mean. Y'all didn't give anything for Francesca. Oh, I've heard this. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. That is rude. Y'all didn't give shit for Francesca. We'll end on this one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. I don't know what we're going to be doing in LP for next. But I hope you guys enjoy. I definitely want to do more like investigative, like I always love like the crime scene ones and stuff like this. They're always just so much fun. And I think Phoenix Wright kind of balances that level of like humor with like the seriousness, because like we have definitely a lot of like darker themes, especially I think more in Trials. I mean, obviously everything with like Bridge, but I think it's just a lot more, and I think it's really interesting. But I would always love to play more, so if you have any suggestions, leave them down below. And I'm not sure what we're going to be doing next. It'll probably be another Genshin video, because I have a bunch of Genshin videos stored up. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the series. took me a long time to finally get through these, but I wanted to space it out just because I didn't want to rush through this. I didn't want to rush through this series, and I'm so glad I didn't. Because it was so much fun. It genuinely was incredible. And I genuinely would love to see more people play these games. Like, I don't think, like, I think people know about it, but I don't know if it's something in which a lot of people have gone through. Maybe they've just played the first one, but I think, honestly, Trials and Tribulations is really, like, the one. Like, I do love Justice for All, mainly just for the final one. Like, Justice for All, like, very iffy. I think Trials and Tribulation was just good at, like, it just continued because it kept on constantly building on itself. Whereas the first one, it was kind of just setting up everything. And the second one felt a lot more one-off-ish. But, like, the last one, it just felt like every case was kind of building on itself. You have Recipe for Turnabout, which kind of doesn't. Because I really wish that we brought the Gadaverini family in more, but again, I think that's a personal thing and more to do with me just wanting more about these characters as opposed to it didn't do enough. But yeah, hope you guys still enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time with the next LP, whatever it may be. Bye.